Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. And last time out we headed into the first proper dungeon of the game, and we were able to get the red orb, which Eric was so, dead set on procuring back from the royal family. And so now with that done, it's time for us to head off. Get out of this fucking place and head to the next, to the wider world of the game, because this Heliodor's kind of separate. It's kind of on its own through this, in its own little section, and then the rest of the world is kind of separate. We've got to get to this,
and you really think you would escape me,
to this door. To get to the rest of the wider world and get away from all the shit that's going on in Heliodor. But of course, here comes Hendrik and his unicorn. So yeah, and there just happen to be two horses here. Isn't that a stroke of good fortune? So yeah, time for us to get the fuck out. I would call more bullshit on this, but Eric does seem like the one who it does seem like someone who would be able to ride a horse, and we already know that our character knows how to ride a horse. So the only BS part of it would be how the fuck did you manage? Why the fuck are there two horses just sitting in the middle of the field? And on top of that, how the fuck did our main character not break his neck after falling off a horse? But hey, we get it. And by the way, they're really fucking slow. If we were able to, run away. If he was able to come back and Eric was able to come back and save us, and we're still no farther away from him. Yep. So, Keystone opens up the doorway, which is our escape route away from Hendrik and all of his men. I will. Fuck you. And what a shot. What a shot. Time to run. Hero pose. Run the fuck away. They still haven't caught up. So yeah. It's kind of weird how in this part of the game, how there is this area. This is the only way that you can escape quickly from from Heliodor to the rest of the world. You can take the long route via the ocean, which is what Hendrik and his lot are going to have to take, but it's kind of an odd thing that there's this basically gateway that you need a specific keystone to kind of access to take us out here. It's not really explained why the fuck this is here. It's also not explained why the fuck, why your granddad has it, because I don't think this was in the... It might have been given to you by the Queen, but then again, either one of them kind of holding on to it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I guess it's just a, quick way to get us out and out into the rest of the world. And so here we are, the next world. The next section of the game. This is the Hotostep. And we got new enemies to fight. This is so the bird is a Garuda. We saw that right at the beginning of the game. Their defense isn't particularly strong, but they do hit kind of hard. And then you got she slimes. She slimes are the same as regular slimes, except they're orange. I guess female slimes are orange and male slimes are blue, but there you go. That's really the only difference, is the colour. Everything else is the same. They die in one hit, and they're completely and utterly fucking useless. I left this battle in. Yeah, Garuda hits it hits pretty hard for this point in the game, but goes down in a couple of hits, so it's really not that hard of a, they're not that difficult to defeat, as you can see. See you later, Garuda. I think the she slimes, the only difference really is that she slimes, I think, offer a little bit more experience, but that's about it. They're really not worth fighting. I would also say at this point that unless you need to level up, because before the next section, we need to be at around about level 12. Okay, these are Bongo Drongos. What a name. Again, these guys don't hit particularly hard. Defensively, they aren't really all that good. The main thing that they have is they have this ability which where they hit their drums and kind of make music on their drums, and that kind of peps them up, so it boosts. So they have the ability to like boost their attack and their defense, which can put you in a little bit of danger, but they're nothing. They're nothing to worry about really, all that much. And that's pretty much all the enemies that you get here to start off with, at least in this area. You got your she slimes, you've got your Garudas, and you've got your Bongo Drongos, and that's really it. Another thing that you can get around here is you can get a lot of like those lava lumps there, which are quite useful to get. We can't. There is a chest over there, but we can't reach it yet. That's for much later in the game. But the other thing that they do have is we have a mining spot. That's this blue thing here. Smack it with your pickaxe, and you get some iron. From there, you can get iron ore, copper, and gold, and it does replenish after a certain length of time. So it's kind of useful to hang around here for a little bit if you want to get some metal ore to kind of build new weapons and that kind of thing, and new accessories too, which we will see in a little bit. But this is the next main area, the next place that we need to go to continue the story. This is the village of Hotto, which again is a pun, because it's a hot springs town called Hotto. Jesus Christ. But then again, it is made. I think a lot of the names for the enemies I think are come up with by Kira Toriyama, who does love his puns and his silly jokes.
Two travelers come. Their timing is auspicious as the day's new dawn. My bathhouse awaits. Savor its steamy.
Yes, and the people in this town have a bit of a weird thing where they talk in haikus, which are basically small poems from Japan, which are based. I think they're three. There's different versions, I think, of haikus, but they're mainly like 3 sentences where too busy to bathe, too busy to wash away the scent of the road. It's that kind of thing, and so all the people in town, in this town, talk in that way, which is something I didn't really notice my first playthrough. I just kind of thought, oh, they're speaking a bit weird. My apologies. Their tone of voice is a bit odd. Why are they talking in 3 sentences? That's kind of weird. But then, of course, when you read stuff up, preparing for a Let's Play, you kind of remember, you kind of come across these bits of information. So anyway, Eric's going to fuck off, and he's going to go to bathe in the hot springs. And what we're going to do is we're going to look around the town. So yeah, nearby is Mount Fuji. Can you guess what that's a reference to? But yeah, we've got a few things that we can do here before we move on and talk to Eric. We've got some chests to find. First one's here. Recipe book. Introduction to armor. That armor is decently useful from what I remember. for this point in the game anyway. But I don't think... To be honest, I think it's on a similar level to the scale armor, which we've already got, so... If you want to make it, but if you can't be arsed, then you know, your scale armor will do you just fine. Anyway, we've got to do, you know, it's an RPG, so we've got to go into people's houses and nick some shit. Let's nick some plain clothes. And I think that's really all you can find in this place. I am very disappointed. There wasn't enough cool stuff to pilfer. So this is the item shop. And I think... Is there anything? No, there's no note inside. I'll pay you back. I'll go buy some stuff later. I got 20 gold coins, which is nice. I'll say this again. I haven't said this as much as I did with Persona, to be fair, but I love this soundtrack. I love this music here. It's so nice and upbeat and cheerful. Also kind of peaceful. I kind of like it. So Warmaline. Sorry, that is just an item used for crafting. I think it's a type of cloth, but I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, let's have a look around here. Oh. What's in your closet? Oh, a spool of flaxen thread. Cheers for that. Yeah. Whenever you come to a new town, it's always useful to have a wander around and see if you can find shit. Damn it! I can't go... I should be able to walk through those gaps in between those little trees. Ah, fuck you. Anyway, I have to go round. And the second chest gives us a mini medal. Nice. Still not going to be able to use these for a good fucking while. God, my nose. Sorry. Oh, we've got another place to look. Ooh, what do we got here? 100 gold coins. Nice. And we've got a book to read. What's this book about? The Diary of Tetsu the Smith. My name is Tetsu. I am 8 years old. Yeah, so apparently the guy here was the creator of the mini medal, which is kind of a cool little piece of backstory, I suppose. Doesn't really add anything, but it's kind of nice. Okay, so what we're doing next? We've got some side quests to do. But first, have I got any more shit I can steal? Hi, birds. Oh, shiny thing. A flurry feather, which makes sense, although you would have thought that it would be black instead of blue, because I don't see any blue birds around here. Anyway. Hi, buddy. So what's going on with you? Yeah. And so basically he wants to collect, I think 2 lumps of iron ore. So yeah, guess what? If you go out of your way to get that to hammer at that spot first, then yeah. And so you can give him... I think he just needs 1 piece of iron ore, actually. So yeah, that's why you go and... yeah, so what you get back is a piece of iron ore. And you also get I Love Iron Arms, which allows you to make iron broadswords and iron claymores. Kind of useful for this point in the game. Because iron swords are pretty much the... sorry. They're pretty much the strongest weapons you can get at this point in the game. So it is well worth going out your way. So yeah, it's well worth going out your way to do that side quest. Hi, you've got no shit to nick. Oh, can I? Oh, nothing in there. All right. I'm thoroughly disappointed. Yeah, I end up going up here as well because I think there is some stuff for you to grab up here as well. So yeah, this is the temple. This actually doesn't come into play until the second half of the game. That is when we learn a lot more about like this particular area. But for now, we're not going to be learning a great deal. Strong medicine, which is useful. That's worth it. And we can also head into... Let's head into here. Oh, first, chest. Thank you. 5 perfectionist pearls, nice. So we can edit some shit. Remake some shit there. Anyway, let's move on, and let's talk to... Let's go in here. Hi, monk. You're a fat monk. Why are you so fat, monk? Yeah, there's nothing... I thought you can go into that room in the second half of the game, but you can't now because she's kind of blocked it off. And Miko. Miko is going to be a major character in the second half of the game. But that's for the second half of the game. We're going to be waiting a long while to find out what her real deal is. But sorry. So we're done here. Once you've got all the shit that you can possibly muster, it's time to head up the stairs and follow Eric. And we got a cutscene.
How dare you! Oh. That's no way to treat a lady.
Oh my god.
Never teach you any manners.
Introduced to one of my favourite characters. I absolutely love her. But we won't be talking to her for a little while. By the way, it's kind of shitty that this guy is basically... I mean, I know kids aren't supposed to be in bars, but to chuck her out quite so violently, that's kind of sick, really. You should be nicer, piece of shit.
You must search elsewhere.
Fine. If you're going
He's
to
kind of
be
a shit.
pig-head about it, I'll go and ask the guards by the gate instead.
Oh, I love her character so much. I really love her. She's a really entertaining character. Yes, she will eventually, as you can tell because of the fact that she's got quite a unique design.
Ooh, what do we have here? Well, are you going to tell me your name or not?
Yeah, she's kind of bossy.
Could be
I won't
worse,
tell you her
suppose.
name yet. We'll be see what happens. So yeah, she kind of seems to know something about us. Like, she kind of seems to spot something about us in a similar way to what Eric did.
I never
And
thought I'd finally meet you in a place like this. It's funny how things work out.
so yeah, we're going to find out a lot more about her later on. But for now, we're just going to have to say goodbye to the little pint-sized pipsqueak. Dude, that's kind of rude. Alright, let's move on. Alright, let's go into the pub. Let's get some booze. No, we've got other stuff to do. More interesting than booze. Okay, so we got some more stuff to nick. Procure, as you would say. 14 gold coins, nice. And this is where we can get our second side quest. So basically, this guy's son is getting married, and he wants someone to forge a gold ring. And in return, he'll give us a cruciferang, which is a weapon which Eric can use, which isn't particularly useful. I never once, at any point in the game, did I ever equip Eric with the boomerangs. They just seemed kind of shitty and useless to me, but whatever. Put a ring on it. I like that. So yeah, this is where I kind of fucked up. 6 gold coins and a single file. So okay, we're going to make ourselves a gold ring now. I happen to have a piece of gold. It was actually something that was kind of useful. Nice. In case you were wondering as well, gold rings, I think, increase your strength, so they're actually pretty useful as an accessory. And increase your charm as well, from what I remember. But something, I had one piece of gold, and I was able to use some money to buy the second piece of gold to enable for us to make a gold ring +3. Because I was thinking, yeah, I can make this, no problem. I've made it all now, and I made everything else. I was like, oh, there's a chest behind him. What does the chest have? 2 chunks of gold ore, which I was supposed to use to make this, or whatever. So I wasted money, but I guess I still got 2 pieces of gold ore, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. But I had a head slap kind of moment there when I was like, oh shit, how could I not remember that? But anyway, we're now we're done with all the side quests for Hotto. They're pretty easy. They just, one of them is just make shit, and one of them is just what was the other one? Oh yeah, is give that guy some iron ore. So here we go. Let's have a look. So we got the scale shield, and we got the bronze shield, which is actually not worth getting because my scale shield +2 is just as strong. Let's buy us a feathered cap for Eric to increase his defense. Leather dress. Can you tell that we're going to have some new party members soon? The chainmail is a bit of a defensive buff for Eric, but I've figured, nah, I don't need to right now. So yeah, the only thing that's worth really buying is the poison moth knife for Eric. Gives him a good boost to his attack power, while at the same time being pretty good as a kind of while also having the having the potential to poison the opponent. So it's pretty useful overall. And I thought, well, I've got some money left over. Let's buy some chainmail for Eric. I don't need to buy anything else. So we boosted Eric's defense and boosted Eric's attack. I've already made... I didn't buy the iron broadsword or anything like that because I've already made it, because we picked up the recipe. So now that that's done, the Tale of Miko and Rio. Oh yes, this book here, I won't spoil anything or say anything really any more than basically I'll just say that storybook links into what happens with Miko, Miko, the shrine maiden. That's links into what happens to her in the second half of the game. So I'll say no more. There's another chest, I think, around here. Hi, old man. Come on, I don't just go straight in, do I? I'm not. Am I a dumbass? I'm a dumbass, aren't I? I'm a moron. There is a chest, I think, down the side, which I forgot to pick up. Fantastic. But yeah, so I boosted Eric's defense and attack. Iron Broadsword I didn't need to buy because I already had all the stuff. I made, so I was able to make them using the fun size forge, and we're pretty much buffed up and ready to go for the next dungeon. But that's not going to be till next part. Join me next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI, when we're going to get into the sauna with Eric, and we're going to, the next bit of story is going to kind of fall into our lap, leading to another dungeon. So I'll see you next time for the next part of Dragon Quest XI. See you next time.